Hey everybody, I just wanted to bring you a small video update here about what's going on across the United States right now. We are in a snowpocalypse, as some people are calling it. Huge, massive Arctic blast. Polar vortex has come down here at the beginning of 2021 and just devastated the United States and the lower 48. I'm here at my off-grid cabin. I have fire, I have power, I got everything I need, I got food, and I don't have to rely on the grid. That's why I got off the grid over a year ago. And you know, everything that we've been seeing going on lately with the Capitol and the impeachment and everything else, well, now because of what Obama did during his administration, Texas has had to shut their power grid completely off. Obama forced them to shut down their coal-powered and other natural gas-powered power plants, and they had to go build solar farms 600 miles to the west towards the California side of Texas and Nevada side of Texas, out in the middle of the desert, and then transfer that power 600 miles inland to supply Houston and Austin and the rest of Texas. And this storm has completely decimated them solar power fields, because they're all covered up with ice and snow. So now they're not able to get enough power to supply Texas. And back during the Obama administration, Texas was exporting power to 15 states in the US, and they had a large surplus of power, and they boasted about how great their power grid was for the state of Texas, that they could be completely independent of the United States. And now we've seen power prices jump astronomically, almost 100% in some instances in Texas and Oklahoma, where the stock market price of power in Texas has jumped up to almost $9,000 in some cases per megawatt. And most of your residential 3,000 square foot homes per month use somewhere around 1 to 2 megawatts a month to heat or cool their home. And now we have reports of 3 million people on the news in Texas without power, and at first they try to say that they were going to rotate these power outages to where 45 minutes, you know, people on this side of Texas would have power, and then they'd have to shut it off and give the other side of Texas or these other grids 45 minutes of power. And now what we're seeing is that these backup systems has just completely shut off. People's been without power since last Friday, days and days and hours without power in sub-zero temperatures. Parts of Texas right now are in -3, -2, -5 degree temperatures, and that's not including wind chill factor. And they're buried under 8 inches of snow and ice. That just don't happen in Texas or Louisiana. I mean, it's 10 degrees in the Louisiana swamps right now. The alligators are freaking dying. But you know, now we have a situation where, you know, 40% of Texas is without power, and nobody can get power. And the people that do have power are paying $200 to $300 a day to sustain their house, to heat their home, because it's 1 degrees outside or 0 outside, you know. And we're gonna have over the next week, this is going into Monday night right now, and coming into Tuesday, and Texas, Houston area is not even going to get above freezing until Friday. So we're going to have a complete week with 40% of the state of Texas without power, and people not being able to heat their homes or cook food, or people that are on oxygen tanks don't have the ability to run their oxygen tanks or anything like that. Generator power is going to be running out within a couple of days. Hospital generator powers are going to go out. You know, even some TV stations went without power in Texas. I mean, they've just been shutting everybody's power off. So we'll see what happens, but it's not looking good, guys. And what's going to come within the next week and a half is going to be pretty bad. We're going to see, I'm going to predict that we're going to see some major uprising in the state of Texas and surrounding areas that rely on this power, and that has been shut off to them during these cold times. And we'll see how many deaths we get, but you know, God forbid we see 10,000, 50,000 dead just because they froze to death in their homes, or they couldn't get power for their medical supplies, their oxygen tanks. You know, this is going to be pretty bad. It's going to be bad.